Hey, how's it going today? Today we're going to learn how to play a gospel song in any key. This is something that we encounter often, and I just want to be able to show you how I address this problem. So stay tuned. All right, stay to the end if you can for today because we're going to have a special resource available for those of you who may have a problem with playing in multiple keys. What I want to do is I want to talk to you about the steps that I use to play in any key. We're going to use two songs today. Take Me to the King, God is in Control, and let's just talk about it. So the first thing we want to do is you want to understand your scale degrees. Take Me to the King is in D flat. Hold on. See that note at the bottom that's being played over and over? So it's kind of helping us.
Take me to the King.
So that's helping us. That's helping us with this because we need the first thing you got to do before you can change any key is you want to understand the scale degrees and understand the tonic. What I mean by that is you want to understand what is the one. What is the one? And scale degrees just means, well, if I know the one, I should know the two. I should know the three. I should know the four. I should know the five, right? So all it means is know where your one is at. Okay, in this song, the one is here. Now, changing keys is something that we gospel musicians we're going to encounter this often because a singer may want to sing this song. She may feel hoarse. She may not have Tamela Mann's range. There'll be a whole lot of things, a whole lot of reasons she's going to want to change the key. There may be reasons why you're not able to change the key. You may be on a piano, you may be on an organ, you may be on a keyboard, and you don't know how to do it. All right, so you need to be able to have this skill. It's going to make you a well-rounded musician. So the first thing we want to do is just understand the scale degrees, which means where is my one and where are the other notes. My one is here. So if I understanding the scale degree means that I know where the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 are. So where are they? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, the next thing I need to know, and it goes along with understanding the scale degrees, is just real quick, make sure you know where your triads are. Now, if you've been playing for any length of time, you should already know where your diatonic triads are. Diatonic just means they have to be in the key of D flat, okay? So diatonic triads that go along with the numbers. 1, 2, that's a minor chord. 3 is a minor chord. 4 is a major chord. 5 is a major chord. 6 is a minor chord. 7 is a diminished chord. And then back to 8, which is the same as 1. So you want to always go over those diatonic triads. If you're kind of weak in a key, play the diatonic triads and just kind of play them over and over again until you get strong in that key. And of course, from there, you want to go over your diatonic sevenths as well. All right. Now, once you know that, it's going to be easy because most of the chords in the song are going to be one of those diatonic triads, most of them. And so that leads us to our second thing is we need to map this song out. So once you map it out, now you can either map it in your head or you can map it on a piece of paper. Should I bring my document camera today? You know what? I think I will because I want to show you how I would map this song out. So let me go grab the document camera and come back here. Okay, so here's the deal. So I would use a resource similar to something like this. You can make your own resource and just kind of write all the triads that are in a song, or you could maybe I'll just make mine available to you. Just keep watching to the end, okay? Because I may actually do that, and I want to show you how to get that. But something like this is really cool because what it is the song is in D flat, okay? So the song "Take Me to the King" is in D flat, and so the only thing I need to know are how do I sketch the song out? How do I map it out? I'm going to show you how to do it really quickly because really the only thing I need to know are what are the chords that are within this key that are supposed to be within this key and what chords are being borrowed from other keys, and then how do I notate that? Right? So let's start from the beginning because there's like 4 main chords at the beginning, right? So that's the first one. Okay. All right. Okay, so in order to change the key, I first need to know what those four chords are. Okay, so for me, I'm gonna have the first one be just D flat, right? Just a regular old D flat. Then I'm gonna have a D flat 7 because that's gonna be oh man, I need to yeah, hold on for a second. Let me use my trusty little. There we go. So we have, and then, all right. So that's a D flat 7, and now I need to realize that this next chord is not in the key of D flat. Okay, it's borrowing from another key. So when it's borrowing, the way I do it is if it's borrowing from another key, which means it's not in this list because my triads are here, and here are my main chords that would be in D flat. Since it's borrowing from another key, I'm going to use a slash chord. So I have an E flat major chord on top, but I still have a D at the bottom note. Okay, and then I'm going to have an F minor chord on top, but I'm still going to have a D flat at the bottom. Okay, so now this is what's going to help me to play this song in other keys, just kind of knowing that. This is my intro there, okay? So I've got my intro. I mean, essentially, I'm using this for my first chord, right? I'm using the dominant 7 as my second chord. Okay, my third chord is borrowing from this chart is for D flat, so it's not even coming from this key, right? So it's non-diatonic, because diatonic means it would be one of these triads here, or maybe one of these. It's within the key of D flat, and so this E flat major, it's an E flat major chord and an F minor chord. Those are not in the key. Now let me get to the verse real quick so I can kind of just show you what that is real quick. All right, so now.
It's my offering. Take me to the King. Truth is,
okay, now.
I'm tired.
Okay, so that's a B flat.
Options are few.
Then the A flat.
I'm trying to pray.
See B flat?
But where are
A flat. That B flat, I'm just gonna keep.
I'm all churched out.
I don't need to do anything. I can keep that as a B flat.
Hurt and abused.
But I can't keep that A flat as an A flat. Let me tell you what's going on here. Because this is just a B flat here, it's assumed to be minor because the sixth diatonic triad, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is a minor chord. The notes are here. So these notes aren't changing. So I don't even have to put the word minor here because it's assumed to be minor, because in the key of D flat, the B is a minor chord. But the A flat would be major, and because A flat is the fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, because that A flat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is supposed to be a major, and because it's not major, I need to use a slash chord. So that A flat is on the bottom, but what note is on the top? It's D flat major. Okay, so it's going to be.
Where are you? I'm all churched out.
See, so you have the B flat minor. Now let me go to the right key.
I can't fake what's left to do. Truth is, I'm
Okay,
weak.
so now that's all I need. That's all I need for now. Da 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 da. I'll just do that. Da 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 da. G flat. All right, now. So this is the whole song. Looks kind of sloppy here, but it'll do. All right. So we have the 1, we have a 1, 7. So I know that the song is starting off here. Okay, I know it's going here. All right, so that's my 2. Then after that, 1, 2. Right, this is mapping this out. Now, you can do this in your head. You don't, some musicians do this in their head because they already have a map of the scale in their head. They may know this already. They've been playing longer. So they may have this already, but if you don't, this is what I'm showing you in terms of how to transfer to the other keys. But this E flat over D flat, you know, there's ways to do it. Just you got to remember this is an E flat major chord over D flat, and this is an F sharp minor over D flat. So you could say 1-1. So one way to do it. Let me grab a sheet of paper. One way to do this really quickly and easily would be to just say, okay, I got a verse. No, I got an intro, and I got a verse. I got intro. I got one. Okay, I got 1, 7. I got 2 meter over 1. And I have a 4 minor over 1. Of course, I got my verse. I got 6. And I got 1 over 5. Okay, that's 6. That's a 1 over 5. Different musicians will do it different ways, of course. And there's no one right way to do it, right? So I've got a 1 dominant 7 chord, 2 major over 1, 4 minor over 1, 6 and 1 5. Okay. The slash, the top note is the right hand, bottom is the left. All right, 1 note in the left. So I can change with this information. I can change this to any key. You could do it in B. I could do it in I don't know, F sharp. I could do this in. I'm trying to just choose keys at random here. A. Okay. I could do this in multiple keys. So let's try. I gotta see myself here. All right. Now, the soloist now is like, I can't sing it. It's too high. Can you drop it? Okay. So because I have this sketched out and it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's only 4. I mean, of course you got to add the chorus, but it probably wouldn't even be that much more. Right. Now let me grab my keyboard here. Okay. Let's try to do in B for now. Okay, so in the key of B, now that I need to play this song in the key of B, I'm gonna have a dominant, or I'm gonna have the 1 major. I'm gonna have the dominant 7, which adds the A, and then I'm gonna have the 2 or the 2 major, which is right because the 2, 1, 2 major over the B. Right, here's my B. Right, and then after that I have my 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 minor over B. There you go. No transpose needed. Right. I got that's in the way, but you get the point. Right? There you go. We can do this in any key. F sharp. We have the F sharp 7. We have the 2, which is an A flat. Right? And then we have the 4 minor. I'm in F sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And then A. We have dominant. And then we have a B, which is the 2 major. And then we have the 4th, which is in D minor, right? And then we have, and oh no, truth is I'm tired. Okay, so keep on going. That's a 6 because remember it's a minor. It's a 6, and then we have 1, 5. So I'm just gonna play the 1 chord, but over the 5. Right? I can play that 1 chord any way I want. So, right? Right? So again, you know, this is all it is. It's changing the keys, just mapping these notes. Initially, I was going to try to do a difficult one, and in fact, God is in control. Yeah, that's the one I was going to try to do it first. Let me see if I can. Let me just bring it up here.
He is God. And tonight, God is in control.
So, this is an F minor. So that's F minor. So we're just gonna put the natural minor scale real quick. Now let's say you don't have a chart. Let's say you don't have it. We're just gonna put the notes. Dun, 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 dun. Back to the 1. Okay. So dun, 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 dun. So let's see what that is. That's 2, 5. All right, so boom, and then they end on that 1, on that pop it on that 1. Da, 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 da. So da, da, da. That's out of the key because they're moving up to an F, right? They're moving up to the F there. So da, 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 ba, and then there. Okay, so now I want to change this in other keys. Problem is, a lot of people when using this song, I believe they use half diminished chords for that G there with the 2. Hold on. So a lot of people, they're going like this. Right, so that would be, in that case, would be a G minor 7 flat 5, or in other words, a half diminished chord, and then they go to the, which is a C7. However, that way is actually not correct from what I'm hearing right now. So I'm going to put an X by that because I don't think that's right. All right, because if you listen to this again, so you may hear this dun, 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 dun. Listen for that. You heard that? Dun, 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 dun. Listen again. Okay, so that note E flat, that's not in this, right? So that can't be the right chord. So we're gonna go with a G7. Let's go with a G7 sharp 5 there. And let's go with a C9 because it's going, right, which is the 9th note of the C. All right, so then the chord then would be a G7, which is a G. Now, if I needed to know what these notes were, I would need the chart for this key, which, and then this other information here, when it gets more complicated, I have resources on my site but for now, because I'm showing you here, I'm just going to just write it out like this, so you can just kind of get it this way. So the G7 would be a G, F, B. The 5 would be a D, which is the 5th note of G, but that's sharp. So that's the chord. And then they go to this C9. I'm sorry. I don't know why I was playing an F. So that's the chord. So it'll be. Right now, I'm going to say, that's not the chord for God is in control. Well, listen. See? But that they have those that brass on the top is covering the main chords though. So the keyboardist is doing that. Okay, I'm listening to the keyboardist. I'm not listening to the synth. Okay, so all right, so yeah, that's what the keyboardist is doing. All right, so now let's just work on these, because now, generally speaking, if we're running to change keys, gospel musicians, they're asking us to make it lower. So they may say, well, I'm going to put it in E, right? So this song before was in 2 and 5. So I know that if I'm in E, you see what I mean? We need to know what the 2nd note is and the 5th note is, right? So this is going to be E, F sharp, G, A, B. All right, and then what is it? C, D. All right. So we know then if it's an E, let me scratch this out. I'm not using this anymore. All right, really quickly, look, under, not very long. It's not going to take long, but at least you get the right chords when you're trying to change this, key. Because you're not always able to be, you know what I'm saying, in a place where you can change the key quickly. And if you just have something sketched out really quick, it's going to help you out. Because it's still a 2-5, but what is the 2? What is the 5? Now remember, this one was the right one, but this one is going to be easier to find, right? But if you want to play it correct, then I'm just going to bring this down. The 2 would be an F sharp now, right? So I'm just going to say F sharp, 7, sharp 5. This one is a B, B9, right? Same qualities, right? There we go. All right, now you can see, okay, F sharp, 7, sharp 5, B9. So now I'm in my other key. All right, so F sharp, E. There's my F sharp 7. The 5th note of F sharp would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make that sharp, so it's a D. So this is my chord. Okay, there's my B9. There's the B9. There's a sharp. There's a F sharp 7, sharp 5. Okay, and just like that, I've learned. I've been able to accurately change the key and quickly. Right. The cool thing about this is that if you're only using a transpose, I don't know if you noticed when I was doing Take Me to the King, I was playing it differently in different keys. Right? Because the way I may voice something in one key could be voiced differently in another key. So I may go like this. Right? I may do that, but in the key of, let's say, G or something, I'm up here. Right? Because see, now I'm voicing it differently. Because I may not like how it sounds down here. Knowing that foundation, having that foundation and knowing these chords help you with that. It helps you to become a player that doesn't sound like everything sounds the same in every key, where you have more flexibility. So this is one of the reasons why I would definitely suggest you learning all of your triads in every key. Now this is just something that's simple, it's easy to do, and will not take you a lot of time, but as gospel musicians, and the jazz musicians I have listening to this, we all know this is something that just needs to be done. So if you are not able to play in every key, the first step would be memorizing all your triads in that key, memorize your sevenths in that key, and then make sure you know all the chords that you really need to know.
Truth is, I'm tired. Option